Well, it was certainly crazy, it was certainly chaotic today, wasn't it, here in Koto? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-Grand Prix press conference here at the end of truly amazing Red Bull Grand Prix of the Americas. Congratulations to your race winner, Ducati Lenovo team rider Pecco Bagnaia. Pecco's first Grand Prix victory of 2025. Second for the sixth time this season, and crucially he now leads the Motogp World Championship. Congratulations to BK8 Gresini racing rider Marc Marquez, and completing the podium. It was certainly a hard-fought one for Pertamina Enduro VR46 racing rider Fabio Di Giannantonio. Fabio's first podium in a Grand Prix since Qatar 2023. It was certainly worth the wait. Gentlemen, first of all, congratulations to all three of you. We'll talk about that chaotic start to all three of you very, very shortly, but Pecco will start the press conference with you. 2025, the start of it has not been easy for you, but it just shows you can't keep a good rider down for too long. It was a pretty dramatic Sunday here in Austin. You are the race winner. So what are your emotions at the end of that day?
It's an incredible feeling. I'm very happy. First time I'm winning here in Kota, and I know that the win comes because of a crash of Marc. He was faster than us, than everybody else today. So I was just trying to match the pace in the best way as possible. As soon as I saw him crashing, I was just trying to continue pushing to open the gap to Alex, because in that moment was still very close and wasn't easy. He was gaining a lot in sector 1, was very close to sector 2, and I was able just to brake very hard in the corner 12, and I think sector 3 was on my way. Was better from my side, and wasn't just easy but for what happened on the starting of the season. From the test, the first 2 races, I was struggling to find back my feeling on braking, and I have to say that this weekend have helped me a lot to improve and to find back what I was searching, and very happy about it. Very happy about my team, because they are the ones that are keeping always my nervousness. So trying always to give to me a big smile while I'm riding. So thanks to them, thanks to my team at home that like always are super good, working on trying to help me, and nothing. I'm just super happy today. Already without voice, but super happy.
Yeah, you've been doing some shouting, I'm sure, inside that helmet. Talk us through the incident with Marc at turn 4. We know the conditions were pretty tricky. The curves were very, very slippery as well. And how close do you feel after this weekend? Do you feel you're getting back to that sweet feeling of the GP24?
It's difficult to say. Last year here with the GP24, I was struggling much more. I was losing much more time, and I finished 8th in the sprint, 5th in the race. So I did a very good step in front here, and compared last year, here I was feeling better. Then let's see. The next one is Qatar. That is a very good track for me. So I will try to continue the work we started in Thailand, and just continue working and improving.
Just very quickly, the Marc crash. I mean, how tricky were the curbs?
Yeah, I was seeing that he was very aggressive on the curves. Corner 4 was to be that competitive. You had to cut a lot in corner 4 the curves, and probably was still a bit wet, because I was normally trying to go in it, but today wasn't the correct situation, because in the warm-up lap already I touched it a bit, and the grip wasn't that good, and as soon as I saw entering that much in that curve, I saw him losing the front. Then was not easy to understand the way to approach the next one, but apart that, I think that without that crash he was still going away, because the pace he was showing was fantastic, so was tough.
Pecco, great to see you back on the top step of the podium. Congratulations, your 30th victory in MotoGP. Second place, but leading the MotoGP World Championship. P1 in the standings, BK8 Gresini racing rider Marc Marquez. Alex, congratulations. Another fantastic weekend for you and the team. You go to Qatar leading the MotoGP World Championship. How cool does that sound?
That's really cool. I mean, you say to me that in the third race you will be leading the championship. I mean, I will say to you, you're crazy. So yeah, super happy. I think we did a really proper beginning of the season, being really constant all the time. were Mr. P2, but I'm happy with that. I mean, I don't have any problem to make P2 from here until the end. And I mean, yeah, we need to enjoy the moment. I mean, we know what we have. We need to approach every race like we are doing. That we are really in a really good way. And trying to extract the 100% potential. So I mean, yeah, I'm super happy for that, and I will try to keep going like that.
One of the key moments of the race, of course, was unfortunately the crash for Marc when he was leading at turn 4. After that moment, how did you approach the race? Did you feel like you maybe had the pace to attack Pecco, or was it always, okay, there's a lot of risk here, let's just take the second place and 20 points?
If we compare my performance in Thailand, Argentina, and here was the worst one, that about feeling, about how I was approaching all the corners and all that. So, you know, after the first few laps, I saw that Pecco was faster than me, so I decided to follow him. I was really confident behind him, but later on I have a big losing the front on turn 10, and I say, okay, today we need to be there, we need to be really calm. And later on, when I saw it Marc crashing, I say, okay, today pay attention. I mean, all the mistakes you will pay a lot. So really happy how we are managing everything, how we are always there. We are really constant on the top 3 in every session, in every quali and all that. So it's what we need to do, and we need to keep going like this, but especially enjoy the moment, because for an independent team with a last year bike is leading the championship is something really amazing.
Enjoy the moment, Alex. You certainly deserve it, and so do the Gresini team as well. Great weekend once again. Completing our podium then, Pertamina Enduro V46 Racing Team rider Fabio Di Giannantonio. Fabio, we only have to see you in part filming afterwards. We've seen you exhausted, very tired. It was real hard work, hard fought to get that first podium since the end of 2023. Now you've had a chance to calm down, let it all sink in a little bit. How does it feel to be back on the podium here in Kota?
Yeah, I'm just so happy. You know, as you said, we put so much work on it. This winter has been too long for us. Too many injuries, too many hours to the physio, and yeah, to be back where we should be from the beginning is a super feeling. Just can't thank enough my team, because they always been by my side, always believed in me, and it's not a thing that you take for granted. You know, it's a thing that you have to appreciate it. So yeah, we knew that arriving here would be tough physically. I trained quite a lot while I was in America this week, and for this I'm super happy, because we were improving, we improved, we are there, we are keeping the momentum going, and yeah, I'm just proud of them, of me, of our race. For sure, as Pecco said, this podium comes from a mistake from Marc, but I think that's racing. And we made the podium, we take it, and we go home with a lot of beers and celebrating.
A lot of beers, I'm sure, tonight. The American fans were super happy with you, Fabio, of course, with the special NFL Stars and Stripes livery. We know how tough it has been for you over these last few months. This is a very physical track as well. How tough was it for you in those last few laps? And was there a point where you did think maybe you could catch Alex for second?
Let's say after 7th lap, I said, okay, let's have a look on the pit board about the lap time, about the lap remaining, and there was 11 laps. So I was like, oh man, that's a problem, you know, because my left arm was already completely exhausted. So I started to ride in a completely different way, started to use a lot of muscles all around the body, and now honestly I'm tired. So yeah, I tried to manage till 5 laps till the end. Then I saw that I was matching the pace of Alex, and also my tires were not that bad. So I tried to push a little bit, catching him. I was recovering, but I was still too far. And yeah, just the last lap I lost a bit rear here and there. So I said, it's completely okay like this. Let's finish the race. Let's make a wheelie, and that's it. It was good. It was good. It was okay.
A great third place. Well done, Fabio. Of course, the race was 19 laps today, gentlemen, after what was an incredibly chaotic and dramatic start. I want to just get your opinion, all three of you, on what happened before the first race. Of course, this is the shots of Marc Marquez standing by the side of his factory Ducati. Pecco, you were on the back of the second row when you saw Marc standing there, and then when you saw him leave the grid. Talk us through your thoughts from your perspective on that.
Honestly, when I saw that it was starting to dry, the starting grid was completely dry. Looking to the first corner was dry. and it was dry by with wet tires because the situation was like this. I said, Marc is not seated on his bike, so he's thinking about it. I was thinking about it, and as soon as I saw him start running, I said, okay, go, I go. Normally he's very sneaky on it, and I just follow because I think was the correct choice. If not, was more tough because you had to do the first lap on wet, stop to the box, losing 20 or more time, and the ones already with the slick on the starting grid were much more in front. So luckily, much more riders followed, so they had to stop, and was better for everybody because when I start to run, arrive to the bike, change the bike, arrive to the red lights and finish pit lane, I was destroyed. I was there.
It's tough to run with the leather. Huh?
So when I saw the guy saying, okay, we start delayed, I was much more happy. But apart that, I was the correct choice.
A chance to get the heart rate down.
I think you should see like our pace from the first part of pit lane till the end. I think the first part we were pretty confident to run fast. They were like
we have a gold medal for the sprint.
first meters, then
We have a gold.
200 meters, 300 meters.
300 was 500.
You think?
We have a gold.
When I was in front of Honda, I say, oh no. Already.
Of course, we have a gold medal for the TSO sprint. Maybe we need to have a gold medal for a 100-meter sprint in full racing kit for you guys. Alex, of course, you were sat right next to Marc on the front row of the grid. So what was going through your mind when you saw him all of a sudden start running off the grid?
When I arrived to the grid, I say to the guys, it's dry. So keep a dry bike because we'll be like this. But later on, you know, we're in a position that we're in a really good position, so you cannot take the risk. If you are 20 or something like this, you can take that risk. And then 10 minutes to the end, they say to me, everybody's on wet. So I say, okay, change the wet again. So the other bike was not ready also, so it was a big casino there. But when I saw it, Marc running, in the first thing I say, okay, maybe he forget the earplugs or something like that. But then I saw him running, I say, no, something is there. So I asked to my technician that was there, the other bike is ready? He asked to the rider, yes, and then I start running again.
And Fabio, of course, we saw on the screens you were looking through your visor exactly at what Marc was doing. So it was pretty chaotic, that start, but talk us through it from your perspective as well.
Honestly, I was not having, I don't know, some ideas. I said just let's do what Marc does in these conditions. It's like has always been, as Pecco said, quite clever. So I saw him running. I jump off the bike. My mechanic stopped me. I said, no, I have to go. But then, honestly, not for many reasons. I was just following. I said, if I'm start on front row and the guy on the pole is running out, I think I have to follow. You know, I have to be at least in the same conditions. So it's what I did, honestly.
It was a pretty dramatic start. Thankfully, a dramatic finish for all you three guys. Well done on the podium here in Austin. We'll invite questions, please, now from the media. Thank you very much.
Yes, I'd like to ask Fabio a question. Fabio, we're going back to Qatar where you had your first podium in 2023. You were almost out of MotoGP to the end of the year. So and now you have a podium now. Do you have the confidence, you think, at 100%, your body 100%, to fight for the championship? I mean, you're on a GP24, and like I said, you have a podium now. Do you have the confidence, you think, to finish in the top 5 and actually have a fight for the championship?
Well, the goal was it, honestly. We have the same bike as the first 4 guys on the championship, so for sure we can. We have the potential, the package to do it. For sure, we started this championship quite up the hill, let's say, because of the injuries. But yeah, we are recovering quite well, recovering the form quite well, and for sure we know that for fighting for the championship, you don't need just a podium, you need to win, you need to start making many podiums and many wins. So will be a long season, we are just getting started. I think first of all I have to be focused on keeping this momentum going, keeping these performances going, and then after that we can start to think about the championship. I think it's still too early, too many races to go, too many sprints, so we just have to enjoy the moment, make it fun, and find again that flow that gives me the confidence to go fast or faster than the others.
Simon Patterson from the race. A question to all three of you. Race control have explained to us that the reason for the delayed start was because of all the chaos that was going on as you guys come off the grid, and not because enough of you left the grid to trigger the pit lane restart procedure. So, like, were you aware of how close you guys came to all having to serve a right through penalty? Because that's what would have happened if...
As soon as I started running, I just hoped that many riders were following it, because as soon as I started, I said, if we are just two, I think some penalty could arrive. But then I saw that many riders were following from the big screen. I said, okay, they will not have time enough to remove the bikes from the grid, so will not be any penalty. And it's not clear on the reglement this particular situation, so was not to be penalized. So was quite better.
Okay.
I think for everybody was really like chaos and all that, and we need a clear rule for that, because it's not, as Pecco said, it's not really clear. And you know, I don't even know that that was possible, honestly speaking. I just followed the guys and that's it. So we need to be more clear on that position. If they delay the start because just for the cows, it's not the correct way. If that in the rule you can do it, they need to do it, and they need to organize better the things to be able to do that, because it's not fair that somebody take the risk and then they make like a start delay. Imagine that I was with the slicks on the grid, you know, it was not fair. So everything needs to be more clear on that way.
But why you are saying this now, that you are on the podium?
Because it's like this. we can have again the same thing. So
the only guys who were prepared were the ones in KTM, Binder and Denea. And the track cars were already with the slick tires. So on the grid, I imagine their situation, they can be much more angry for what happened.
Fabio, your thoughts on that?
I take it. That's it.
Okay, Pecco, Alex, Fabio, congratulations. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time in Qatar.